I'm Chloe Dao, and I've been a member of FGI for a long time. My career in design really started when I was pretty young. I was always inspired by my mom to design, and I actually went to U of H for business marketing, but I decided I really want to be in fashion after seeing Dead Poet Society, and that movie pretty much inspired me to start my career in design. So I dropped off and I went to ACC because it was the only fashion design program in 1990 that I knew of, and I think it's one of the best. I was in the industry for 8 years. I went to FIT, and in 2000 I decided to move back home to Houston, Texas to start my own business. I actually went on Project Runway in 2006. Fortunately, they actually had the tryout in Houston, Texas, and I don't think I would have flew out to different cities to try out. So I woke up, made a dress, and went to the tryout. So the rest is history. I did a lot of research for 2 years on the retail industry in Houston, Texas, and what I was noticing that Vogue and Elle and Bazaar was doing all these amazing stories on the retail store, like Mix when it was in business, Katia, Tootsie's, but definitely more like Mix. She was bringing the high-end designer like Balenciaga, Jill Sandra into the scene, but doing it in a very cool way. And so they were getting a lot of press on it. I was in New York City reading about it, and then, you know, Houston's my home base. That's where I grew up. That's where my childhood is, and I thought it's time to move back because there's a real fashion energy that was really brewing and growing. I think the best thing about Houston, what it offers for entrepreneurs is the possibility, the opportunity to have your own business. You know, rent is reasonable, financing is reasonable, and most of all, I think the city's hungry for it. There's a huge community that support young designers. People love to go out here, to go out and eat and get dressed. One of the best things about being a FGI member is really resource. Especially in Houston, Texas, there's little gems, small manufacturers, fabric stores that you might not know about, but the member do. And one, I think the best stories I can share is with Garden Landry. He was a young designer, so he just started off, and I really helped him with technicals, production, with understanding how the business works. And I think one of the best things also is the designer workshop that was hosted by FGI recently. And that's really amazing because you get to talk to designers that have been in the industry, understand cost, production. You get to talk about marketing, financing, legal rights. And so really, I mean, I don't think you can even get that in New York. So I think it's great that Houston, it's kind of like a young, growing fashion scene, and we're doing it right, where we're really trying to establish successful business versus just the glamour of this business, is understanding everything about the aspect of fashion. One of the benefits is you can go to an event and there's me, you know. There's Sydney, there's all the other members that have been in the business. It's great for an introduction, for networking, to say hi. Then you can literally hand me the portfolio. I have a face-to-face connection versus an email. We are literally sharing information that it took me years to obtain, but we're giving it, you know, openly and honestly. I'm Chloe Dao, designer of Dao Chloe Dao, I FGI, and why don't you?